Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here today to check out a band that we've never done on the channel before. You know why?
Why?
Because they have a debut album coming out and this is their debut single. There was nothing to check up until now.
I mean, that's a good reason.
I think it's one of the better reasons. Considering our track record and our history.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was just because we were procrastinating.
Oh, you thought this was going to be what band that reached out to us like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Even before we had the channel, they reached out?
Yeah.
And still we haven't done the video? Not the case. They didn't reach out. I don't even know who these guys are. But they have an album coming out. I got the press release. There's an album coming out with Nuclear Blast. Their debut record coming out with Nuclear Blast. I think it's in March. So they released a single. I was like, Nuclear Blast, they have a good eye for signing quality bands.
Yeah.
You know, like when was the last time we did a Nuclear Blast video and the band was absolutely shit? Honestly, I can't even remember of us ever doing a band from this label that I was like, what the fuck just happened here?
No, they sign good bands.
They do. So when you announce that there's a new band, that you're releasing a debut record, new band, that gets me a little bit excited because it's a chance for us to discover a band together. We don't get many opportunities to discover a band on their debut record together. Like sometimes we discover bands they've been around already for a while. It's just that we haven't heard of them.
We've only discovered them now.
Exactly, but this is like us and probably the people watching at home are discovering this band. We're all discovering this together. We should all hold hands and sing Kumbaya.
And the thing is, I don't think these guys are. We didn't check if they were on Metal Encyclopedia.
I don't even know if they're there, but they're a new band, probably not. I'm assuming, right?
So
probably not.
We do this with bands that we haven't heard of before. What genre do you think?
I'm thinking prog. Burning Sage, Irist. I feel like there's a little bit of an Opeth vibe.
Oh, for me, when I saw Burning Sage, I thought like black metal.
Incantations.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. I think both are legit.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we could always just be like.
It could be a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Prog, black metal.
Or we could just be completely off and it's like folk metal.
Honestly, there's a genre that I don't think it exists. Prog, black metal. But hey, there's an idea.
Yeah.
Put it together, folks. Put it together. All right. So you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this. I think I was right.
Yeah,
And I think you were wrong.
I was pretty wrong.
All right, so before I talk, let me hear your thoughts. What did you think of the track?
I gotta say, the song, I actually really enjoyed this song. Really, like, truly, I really enjoyed this song, especially the part where it kind of became really mellow, and it was just a guitar.
Were you worried for a minute there that the song was going to end like that? Just cut? Like that track we did a couple of days ago?
Because it wasn't... The thing is, I liked it, but if it kept going and it just kind of finished like that, I don't know. I think it needed something to kind of break it and make everything feel a lot more heavier, and that's.
And
what
it came back like really heavy.
Yeah,
really heavy. That melodic bridge there in the middle was really interesting.
Yeah.
To me, that made the song. That took the song from like up until that point. I'm really digging the song, and one of the things I'm really liking is the constant change in directions. The only thing that, in my opinion,
and I wasn't expecting that.
No, but okay, up until that point, the song for me is like a 7. And then that makes the song go all the way to like 9.5, 10. Do you see what I'm saying? Because that created such an interesting dynamic. It slowed down the song. It became almost very like melancholic and atmospheric. And then it came back with all of this heaviness and stuff. It just, I love the dynamic that it gave to the track. But I was going to say, up until that point, the song has a very interesting dynamic. I don't know if you're going to agree with what I'm going to say here, but I felt that the vocals were always going forward. But the music sometimes was taking one step back, 2 steps forward. Like the music itself had a weird dynamic to it.
Yeah.
It changed it was not always moving forward. The music itself changed directions.
Yeah.
It felt like it was coming back,
He was singing, and then it would stop, and then he would keep singing, but it would keep like.
Yeah, the way the actual music is put together on the track, there's a sense of coming and going. The song is not linear from the perspective that it starts here and finishes there. The vocals do.
The lead singer, he keeps going.
He keeps going, but the music in the background sometimes is going on. It feels like it's going in reverse, and then moving forward, and then going in reverse again, and then moving forward. That dynamic is really interesting. I really like it. It throws you for a loop. It's a really hard song for you to process in your brain, because your brain. There's 2 different motions. There's the vocals, and then there's the music going in almost an opposite direction of the vocals.
It's like instead of 1 red line, it's 2 red lines.
Yeah, but
one red line just keeps kind of going backwards.
Yeah, it gets like rewinded and then forward, rewinded and then forward. It's a really interesting dynamic, because when you're listening to a song, it's not a song that it's a song that's very hard for you to vibe with, because there's not a forward motion that you can connect yourself to it and feel it. It's a song that you almost have to just listen to it, stop everything you're doing, listen to it, and let the song kind of simmer in your brain and see where it's going to go, and allow yourself to not feel like you have to vibe to it, but just really interiorize it. Let it get inside of you, and just let it all simmer inside of you and see where it's going to go. The song is really interesting from that perspective.
Yeah.
After that break, then I feel like the song starts to move in the same direction as the vocals, and it's a lot easier. Let's say this: the song is divided into 2 halves. The first half is a lot more complex. There's more layers to it. The second half was a lot easier to digest and for you to follow.
And the bridge in between,
perhaps a simpler approach.
And the bridge in between them was just.
To me, that solidifies the song.
Yeah, it made it 10 times better.
Exactly. That to me is, the song was good up until that point, but that to me is what takes the song over the top. I really enjoyed it. I really like the vocals too. The harshness in the vocals, the
only
anger.
thing I was kind of confused about was the video. But if I look past
the video is very psychedelic.
It is, and especially because the first part of the song, it's like kind of stopping and going, stopping.
It has a little bit of a psychedelic feel to it.
And I'm not gonna lie, the video wasn't my thing, but I looked past the video and the
song is solid.
Yeah,
I really enjoy the vocals as well, because the vocals, I could almost feel the anger. The pain that was coming through the vocals, they were so heavy with not necessarily just heavy from a musical perspective, but they were heavy with emotion.
Yeah,
like it's like he was really feeling what he was singing. You know, he didn't have a ghostwriter putting the lyrics together for him. They wrote those lyrics. Those lyrics had a meaning. Like you could feel it in the delivery. Totally feel it. Wow, interesting band, interesting sound. Really, when you listen to bands like this, it makes you like take 2 steps back and just like reevaluate what you're listening to.
Yeah.
All right, guys, this is it for today. But come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See you guys.
See ya.